So in this video, I have a pair of New Balance sneakers that I got from New Balance's website, and I don't think they actually had a queue up when these dropped, and I was able to secure them by just checking out normally. As soon as I did that, I went back in to check, and they were like instantly sold out. So kind of crazy how the drop happened. I will tell you guys though, I think I was able to secure them because I was logged into my New Balance account before the release ended up happening. So I was able to check out really fast. And then as soon as I went back in, I was like just really surprised that they were out of stock. But anyway, the box is kind of nice. You have the Stone Island box, and it does say Stone Island 574 Legacy, which is not in the typical New Balance form. Normally it's a bunch of letters and numbers representing the style, but in this case you actually have the actual words for the box, which is kind of helpful. Comes with extra set of laces on here, and if you don't like the ones that they have, I kind of like the extra set as well, but the regular ones that are on here are just fine. They also came with this fold out tag, which I think is actually pretty interesting and a smart way of doing business, which this is actually a certificate of authenticity with your product, and you're able to go online and actually register your product, which is kind of cool that you can use the serial and actually register this individual product. It's a pretty cool concept to have like your own authenticity to your pair of sneakers. However, I do feel like they do need to integrate them to the sneakers. Sneaker people are all scandalous, I mean, for the most part. So even if you have the tag, that doesn't mean the actual product that you have in hand is authentic. So it's not a perfect approach in my opinion, but it's getting there. And I feel like there needs to be like a chip involved or something like that, so you can actually have that embedded into the sneakers, just so you know that they're the real deal. Hopefully we'll get to that point in the future. I don't know if we ever will. Replicas are just getting too crazy. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. We have the Stone Island New Balance 574 Legacy model, and the 574 Legacy versus the base models are a little bit different. You guys may have seen the Legacy collaboration done on a couple other models out there as well, and I have the bodega joints right here, and it's kind of cool to be able to have two collaborations next to each other to see what they did similar and different on the same exact model. I mean, it's a pretty old school like looking model with the 574 Legacy, but they did make their own little touches to each of the shoes to make them a little bit unique, and honestly both of them did a really nice job. It's hard to say which is better. Quality wise, they're both really good, exactly the same, I would say. Same type of suede on both of them, but obviously the Stone Island name carries a lot of weight behind it, and the bodega collaboration I feel like was super slept on. Part of the reason maybe is because the colors are super bright. There's a blue suede, there's a yellow suede, and then you have the earth tone islands right over here. I mean, this is basically like an olive green sort of color on here with some really nice accents, but a very nice wearable pair of sneakers right here. I really like what they did with this one, and this is not the first collaboration with New Balance. They actually did a collaboration with the running side with the Fuel Cell Elite shoes. Fuel Cell has the craziest amount of squish on them, but I don't think the presentation was done right on the right model for lifestyle. It was really like an elite running shoe, not one that crossed over to lifestyle very well. And so this model obviously is straight up lifestyle. Now, what I would like to see is Stone Island to do a collaboration with New Balance again, but in a 990 front. Give me a 990 V4. That would actually be pretty fun because there's been a ton of 990 V3s and 993s and stuff. So give me a 990 V4. Anyway, hopefully we'll see one of those in the future. Let's give you guys some information about what they say about this one. Stone Island's command of the timeless and the unexpected is perfectly expressed in their new collaborative take on the 574 Legacy silhouette. This familiar yet different update to the classic 574 features a subtly streamlined and modernized build and premium materials. Stone Island puts a signature stamp on the 574 Legacy with a design informed by their exclusive use of military influences. Pigskin suede overlays are placed atop a ripstop upper for a utilitarian twist on a standard mesh construction. Stone Island's iconic compass logo is repurposed as a tongue label with additional co-branded details rounding out the expert fusion of everyday wearability and innovation. Again, it has ripstop upper with premium suede overlays, C-cap midsole, and a Stone Island compass patch logo and brand on the heel as well as the stock liner. I don't know if these are going to end up restocking, but they did sell out when they dropped on the New Balance and the Stone Island website, unfortunately. But I do like what they did with the ripstop upper. That's over top of the toe box as well as around the collar. You also do have this really nice fuzzy liner on the inside of the shoe, very comfortable there. Also, the tongue is a very unique, different sort of material. It almost feels like wool to the look, and then you have the patch over top of that. I think that combination, specifically the tongue, the logo, the liner, and then the ripstop on the upper, make this a particularly different pair of New Balance sneakers. But obviously having the Stone Island branding on the shoe just makes it official. You also do have the Stone Island product research underneath the heel tab back here. You can see very faintly underneath this kind of translucent heel clip with the New Balance logo on the other side. And then it does say end cap midsole, and as I mentioned, this is end cap C. Also, something that I really like about this one that's different than the Bodega collaboration is the New Balance logo on the side of the shoe. It's kind of a rubberized diamond shape like logo to that, and it feels really cool to the touch. And then you also have a rubberized outline around it. Normally that end is usually reflective, and I don't think that's the case with this gray. You do have reflective details around the heel of the shoe where it says New Balance on the back embroidered, and then also a 3M reflective material around the collar of the shoe in green, and then also a little small trim around the toe box of the shoe, which you do also have on the Bodega collaboration. I like the combination of the colors on the midsole. You have that kind of off-white bone color, kind of a lighter cream color, and then the gray. It all kind of brings the entire shoe together, which I like, and then a full rubber outsole on the bottom. The 574 is not traditionally like the most hyped up model. It is one of the ones that is, I think, the most wearable, the most consistent, the ones that you see on a regular basis. Sometimes you'll see them at Foot Lockers and whatnot, as it's kind of a lower end, more accessible model. So I like that they took and they made the legacy version of that and then added the Stone Island collaboration to the shoe. I do think it's an interesting combination though, because Stone Island is kind of the elitist, like streetwear, like more expensive sort of thing, which I think would pair better with like probably a pair of 990s. I don't think it cheapens the experience of the 574s. I actually think it elevates it quite a bit and makes you look twice and go, hey, it's like being invited to the cool kids table at lunch or something like that. Like Stone Island took an interest in the 574s. I think that's a smart strategic partnership for both of the brands, honestly. But I do want to see a 990 collaboration with Stone Island. I think that would be really awesome. What do you guys think about the Stone Island 574 Legacies? Is it something you guys tried to get, struck out on? I know on Twitter I posted the release and then the follow-up and the aftermath, and a lot of people were just mad because they were not able to get a pair. They really sold out quickly. But, you know, I really lucked out. I feel like I lucked out and got a pair, and thankful that I finally hit on a pair. And I missed out on the Jown collaboration both times. So the fact that I was able to get these, I was like, okay, at least I got a pair of these. The Jown collaboration I think looks really good, and that's on the 991. And if you guys missed my video, I did a video recently on a 991 in a mocha colorway that was just super, super fire. I'll link that in the description and link the product in the description as well if you're interested in buying them. If you guys want to buy these, I will link them also probably to eBay, but if you're interested in other colorways of the 574s, I'll link them in the description to take you to New Balance's website as well, since there's a bunch of different colorways available. Anyways, my final thoughts, I think the colorway is super fire. I really like the combination of what they did with the upper, the things that elevate it and make it a little bit different than the regular 574s, and also giving the 574 Legacy a little bit more shine. Obviously the Bodega one I think was a sleeper. Really nice quality on this. In fact, I'll link these like if they're still available on New Balance's site as well. Really nice quality though on both of them. And this is not too much better than the other ones. It's just the hype on these ones are through the roof because of the Stone Island collaboration. Anyways, hope you have a good rest of the day out there. If you guys are new to my channel and you guys enjoy the content, please hit the subscribe button. Check the other videos out, and hopefully we'll see you back on some more of my content soon. All right, peace, guys.